Hey guys, Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my anime review of Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan, season 2, episode 2. And this episode was very focused on Sasha. I found, which is good in a way because it helps give a lot more to a character who we probably just think of as just a little bit of silly comic relief, but it's a really nice episode for that reason. But let's backtrack a bit. For the most part, the episode starts off with pretty much all the Cervic who are escorting Pastor Nick somewhere, and you can see pretty much even Yonagi said it herself that Pastor Nick he knows a lot more than what he's letting on, and the way I see it that can pretty much lead to two possible courses. Either A, it's diving into more of the secret of the Titans in the walls kind of thing, or B, it it's focusing a little more on the whole society, on a secret about the whole society within the walls, because uh, about the society in the walls, because obvious Hanji even said it herself that it's probably a secret that's even more important than just humanity versus Titans at this point, or maybe it could be both, or maybe the third option, it could be both. um, if I had to guess, I'd say it's either it's the latter, or the second option. I'd say, because it wouldn't we've the thing I've learned about Attack on Titan with its mysteries is that each new mystery is part of some kind of an intricate puzzle, and each piece usually has a connecting element in some way or another. Like, I know that's the case for most mangaka, but yeah, each element does seem to have a connecting element in some way. Um, yeah. After that, it switches to Sasha, who was focused the majority on in this episode. And the one thing to note about that is you can definitely see, like I said, as far as Sasha as a character goes, she has grown. Like she is. I think she's grown beyond just the whole of being a scaredy cat thing. Like, I think the scaredy cat thing is still gonna always be there, because it's one of those things that's just it's part of her character traits. But I think from this point on, I think we are gonna see a lot more badass, or reserved Sasha, or at least a Sasha who is willing to do whatever it takes in order to protect those around her. And and the funny and of course, and it's definitely a very interesting stark contrast, especially like of course, like Sasha, and Sasha just had a lot of badass moments to showcase that. Like, for instance, when she was up against that Titan, and she was shooting all those arrows, and when she basically said, when she was wanting to get the final arrow into that Titan's eye, she was like, fuck the bow, and just rammed the fucking arrow into the Titan's eye. I was like, Sasha, you definitely top, definitely one of the. We know Mikasa's great, but Sasha, you're definitely a close second, girl. I love that shit. Um, but from but also, a good thing about this episode was that, we of course get a little bit more backstory on Sasha herself, and it shows that, compared to now, even in the Sasha we were first introduced to in the series, she was definitely a lot more introverted, and a lot more a lot more caring about her own self interest than rather the people around her. And the thing is that there is, in a way, a lot. A bit of a cruel fact about the words of her, about the whole words that her dad was giving to her in this episode. Like, hum, we as human beings, we're basically, we are pack animals. We need to we need to follow, we need to follow, and we need to, and to a certain degree, we need to follow we need to follow changes with the times. And even though there are some things that of course we as human beings can't, aren't willing to fully change and fully give up, we still do need to change, and we need to adapt with the ever growing times. Like, I feel that's actually kind of a message that everyone needs to really learn in today's world. Like, okay, there are certain things you don't necessarily need to change, but there are other things you do in order to kind of grow and adapt at the times. And I just feel that even though her dad was saying it for Sasha's sake, I feel it's a great message overall in this series that we as humans we need there are certain things that we just can't control, and we need to grow and adapt to those changes that we just can't control. Others others we can of course stay with, but others there are some things we just can't change pretty much. But yeah, just it was just in Sasha's case alone of her father's words. I feel it definitely helped her to grow as a character, because like I said in this chapter she was just basically fighting off a titan with just a bow and arrow in order to protect a little girl from being eaten. And like I said, that's definitely a stark. It's actually funny because when Fedia is when she was fighting off a titan with that bow and arrow, and yeah, it's definitely she's definitely become gained a lot more confidence and a lot more courage even in herself. So yeah, one thing, one thing that was kind of, I guess not necessarily funny, but I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Is that scene where that Titan was eating that woman? At first I was like, wait, is that guy raping? Is that guy raping that woman? Like, but yeah, it was actually it was actually Titan who was eating the woman. Like, it took a second watch in order for me to get that. I was like, holy shit, I I'm sure that rape probably isn't is something that would probably be in this series anyway, but it's like Jesus, I it was just a whole mix up on that end. But but yeah, um, but yeah, like I said, it was this. I just love I just love the fact that we got a lot more of Stash and how she's grown in this chapter, and it was great. Sasha had a lot of badass moments, and she had a lot of development who evolving beyond who she was in the past. And yeah, it was just that whole backstory in itself was just immersed with so much of what of a contrast of what we've seen as Sasha now. Like she's definitely a lot more. She's definitely Sasha's definitely a lot more outgoing and willing to be friends with people and whatnot, compared to back then when she didn't even want to associate with anyone and just kind of live with her own sheltered life in a way. But yeah. Also, let's definitely talk. Okay, let's move away from Sasha now, and let's talk about that ending scene in ending scene in the episode. The scene where Connie comes face to face with a Titan who's basically standing on top of his destroyed who's basically laying on top of his destroyed house. Now, I'm gonna get the elephant out of the room right away. I think it's more than likely that that Titan is in fact is Connie's mom. I think there's no denying it. It is Connie's mom. But here's the big question we all need to ask ourselves now. How did Connie's mom become a Titan? For that matter, how are all these Titans appearing in the walls? If like Armin said, the whole crack in the crack the walls haven't even received a crack in the walls to begin with. So so then that means someone somehow is basically transforming people into Titans, ordinary people into Titans, with probably like a serum or something, I imagine. But the question is, how are they doing it, and who is doing it? Actually, with the who, I'm more than likely certain it's whoever the Titan shift. Whoever the Titan shifter is, I'm sure it's a Beast Titan or whoever's inside that Beast Titan body. I'm almost certain of that. But the question we need to ask ourselves now is, how is the Beast Titan transforming these people? I'd imagine it's through its my theory is that there's some kind of a serum or something. But yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely one of those things where Attack on Titan is like an intricate puzzle. Each new mystery has has a certain place in the puzzle, and each kind of is building up on top of each other in order to create one big picture, or one giant, or when all the pieces fall into place, we're going to achieve all the answers we need in that one giant puzzle. But yeah, guys, that's basically that's my review of Attack on Titan Shingeki no Kyojin season 2 episode 2. A great chapter, a lot of mysteries, and like I said, I think we're gonna get a lot more after this. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna get a lot more answers in the next episode. But yeah, guys, that's my review. That's my review. I'll see you guys later. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Metameme, signing off. Later, guys.